Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of r/Entitled Karens. In today's episode, Karen refuses to control her aggressive husky, calls us Karens and blames my dog for the aggression rather than trying to control her dog. Unbelievable audacity. I want my entitled sister to leave my house. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. Karen refuses to control her aggressive husky, calls us Karens and blames my dog for the aggression rather than trying to control her dog. This just happened and I'm so pissed off. I have a service dog who I have put through extra behavioral training and who has never attacked another dog. She has 3 scars on her nose from other aggressive dogs from incidents that happened before I owned her. She's a sweet 9-year-old Aussie lab mix, and I love her more than anything. We go out to a bar for trivia night once a week that allows dogs, all dogs, inside, and usually so long as that dog is in the corner we have no issues. Today, they were sat by the only door out and my dog needed to pee several times. My grandma helped to block the dog who lunged just because we got close. I'd even put my dog on the other side of me to avoid agitating them. But I guess that makes the husky I'll call E feel bad. She kept complaining when we blocked the dog from attacking mine, saying it's fine and isn't that bad y'all, because she put zero effort into actually controlling her dog. They then complained that my dog caused it. She doesn't have aggression with other dogs. Eventually, when I told them to control their dog because mine is a service dog, they, the Karens, claimed she wasn't because I don't have documentation. How would they know? And you don't even need documentation, and I don't always have her vest on when I take her there since I'm with family. But how dare you be a poor pet owner, then blame my service dog for your dog's poor behavior, Karen? Ugh, I'm so mad I needed to vent this somewhere. Just glad my family stood up for me. If you're a regular at the bar, make sure you have a good relationship with the staff/owner and that they are aware your dog is a service dog. That way, if there are more incidents in the future and you alert them to the situation, they'll ask people like Karen and their out-of-control dog to leave. Don't confront them directly on your own. That never ends well. Also, you're wrong. Your dog is an Aussie lab mix. They're simply 100,000% good boy/girl. Give your pup a treat from everyone on Reddit and tummy rubs, please. She is 100,000% a good girl. She gets lots of rubs and treats and kept me from having a panic attack even after she was nearly attacked. A very good girl, I'll let her know that was said. We do know the owner and they, Karen and her Karenites, have already reported my dog as the issue despite the owners knowing she is a service dog. Is she a service dog or an ESA? If she is a service dog, you should keep the vest on her so that people know she is working. The lady with the husky needs to socialize it better. It should not be lunging at other dogs. Please give your sweet angel some love for us, and maybe a few extra treats. Some pet owners shouldn't be allowed to have them. Sorry that you were Karened. Karens are spreading fast like the pandemic. They feel entitled about everything. If possible, next time take a video for proof, but I am sure there are security cameras everywhere. People like to blame everyone and never take responsibilities. Sorry you are being treated this way. Do you know if they have cameras? Have you asked management? I would explain to the owner or manager what you are dealing with. Additionally, since you are with family, everyone has cell phones now. You could have one of your family member document exactly what is happening from where you are seated. I have friends with service dogs, and carrying documentation around is just not normal, but wearing their work vest is usually enough. Just the fact you have a service dog shows you are dealing with more in your life than average people do, so I would definitely talk to those in charge at the trivia place and see if they can't have someone assist you when you come and go with your dog, and also watch what happens if they do not have cameras. Someone will help you, I'm sure. Wow. Sorry that happened. I wouldn't go into a place that allowed dogs like that. And FYI, that is incredibly bizarre behavior for a husky. They were originally bred to be sled dogs, to be literally tied to 5 other dogs for most of the day. They are usually incredibly non-aggressive, to the point that they are really not even good watchdogs. I was walking my husky one time, and a little fluffy dog came running over and started biting him. He had no idea what to do. He finally just stepped on it, till its owner got it under control. Ugh. I can't stand people like this. The pet owner just sounds so lazy and mean. Why have a dog if you aren't going to put any effort into training it? That's like having a child, but don't bother to send them to school. Also, hasn't anyone ever told this woman and her flying monkeys that if you have a dog that aggressive, that's a lawsuit begging to happen? She needs to do something, and quick, or she is either going to end up broke or the dog is going to end up being destroyed, possibly both, and that would be a shame, at least for the dog. I also have to wonder how she cares for this pup when they are at home. Does she interact with him at all? If she did, wouldn't she know what his triggers are and do what she could to minimize them? Unbelievable audacity. So, part of my morning routine on my way to work at 5:30 in the morning is to stop at a little convenience store for coffee and a breakfast sandwich. While getting my coffee, I notice a woman behaving slightly strangely, staring at me while I get my coffee cup lid, knocking over a bunch while she got her own. Just flustered in an odd way. I wrote it off. People aren't themselves so damned early. I get in line behind her. There are 4 or 5 people ahead of us, but the cashier does well moving the line. When Karen gets to the register, the show begins. She asked for a few packs of Misties or Virginia Slims, or one of those cigarettes that are marketed toward older women who wear glasses on chains and smell like gin. The store didn't carry them. Well, I spoke to the manager Melissa the other day, and she said she'd order them on Monday. It's Wednesday. Where are they? Karen's voice was already raised. The cashier stayed calm. No one named Melissa works here, but I'll look in back. By this time, a considerable line had formed, mostly either construction workers, day laborers, or folks headed to one of the nearby factories. That is, people who didn't have time for this shit. Most, including myself, started grumbling. Apparently, this was a violation of Karen's most cherished pride. She turned around with wild eyes which sharply contrasted against her Goodwill blouse and mom shorts. I waited in line behind 6 people, so now you're all going to wait for me. I don't want to hear a bunch of grumbling from some men because their vaginas are sore. I heard some guys say, "Nice attitude, lady." Against my better judgment, I said, "Ma'am, we're all just trying to go to work." This was a disrespect most dire in the eyes of Karen. She gets into my face and says something along the lines of, "I don't care, not everything is about you." I can't remember the exact quote because nothing has made me so angry in public in such a long time. Now, I am not a violent or mean person. I used to be. I pride myself on the strides I've made towards being a nice, friendly person. All I could do was laugh as my hands started seriously shaking with the effort to contain myself. She storms off. The cashier apologizes to me for the woman's behavior, which makes Karen stop and turn around at the door. "Don't apologize for me, honey. I can handle myself." Apparently, one or more of the men were shaking their heads. "Don't shake your head at me," she said, which was met with a loud, "I'll do whatever I want." The cashier didn't charge me for my coffee. While I walked to my car, Karen leaned on her horn and waved at me. I am so proud of myself for not giving in to my urge to make an even bigger scene. Some people. Who wakes up and decides to ruin strangers' days? She asked for a few packs of Misties or Virginia Slims, or one of those cigarettes that are marketed toward older women who wear glasses on chains and smell like gin. This sounds like the musings of a 21st century F. Scott Fitzgerald. That is the best compliment I've received in such a long time. Thank you. I agree, what an awesome sentence. I'm surprised you didn't flip her the bird driving out. I know I would. It's not a violent or mean gesture, it's called sign language. Face with tears of joy. The irony of the Karen: not everything is about us, but everything is about them. There's a saying that I think is apropos to this situation: as bad as it was, it could be worse, you could be her. Imagine living every day in that squirrel's nest of a brain. You should ask for a free slushie or strawberry milk to throw on her windshield. I want my entitled sister to leave my house. I, 20, bought the house back in last year. My mom lived with me because of my health issues, and when she found out my sister, 22, got kicked out of her apartment, my mom asked me to let her come live with us. Something about my sister and me were never close. In high school she would often make me walk home and many other things. When my sister moved in, me and my mom was told she will find a new place to live and work to move back out. Well, that was the biggest lie ever. She'd been living in my house for 6 months, and it'd been a nightmare. Every rule I said she'd break. Here a list of things she do that I hate. Trash my house and then yell at me to clean it, because she the guest and should not be cleaning. Don't pick up her dog poop when it on my neighbor driveway, and then when the neighbor complained, my sister yelled at them. My neighbor now are starting to hate me. Eat all my food then complain leaving no food for me and my mom. I have lost 30 pounds since she lived here. I weigh less than her. When me or my mom cook, she complained that it gross and then demanded we go buy something else. When we ask her why don't she cook the dinner because me and my mom have 2 jobs, it hard for us to make dinner before 9 p.m., she start yelling that she not cooking dinner, she a guest. She lost her job a month ago and start demanding I give her money. When I told her I can't because most of my money go to bill and what left over go to grocery for animal or us, she's screaming that she have to have money to buy her makeup and face wash because she can't look like trash like us. I don't have a problem with this if the face wash and makeup she want is $20 or $15. No, she want a one that are $30 or $50 because they are the only one that work. She attack me and my mom all the time. We don't want her to go to jail again. She laugh like a hyena when she make my mom have a breakdown. She threatened to hurt my pets so much to where I have to lock them in my room because I worry she will kill them because she have killed my pet in the past. My mom and me are not wanting her to get kicked out because we don't know what will happen to her and most of our family want nothing to do with her. If next month get worse, I may just kick her out. We don't know what else to do. We are starting to not like coming home and I love my home, but with my sister, she's starting to make me want to sell it, to get a new one without all the memory of hell here. Throw her out. She needs some time homeless to realize that she is ultimately responsible for herself. Trust me. Being someone's safety net doesn't ever end unless you end it. It's your place, not hers. You should have drawn the line when she started attacking you, your mother, and your pets. She's not your family, she's a parasite that's harming your real family. Kick her TF out before she decides to do something serious. Your sister has some serious issues. She's physically, verbally, and financially abusive. Neither you nor your mom deserve that. You have the right to be safe in your own home. You haven't kicked her out yet because of your loyalty and love for family, but she wouldn't do anything for you if the tables were turned. Sometimes the best thing you can do for someone is to let them go. She may threaten self-harm, harm to you or pets, etc. If things get out of hand, you could call the cops to report the abuse and or request assistance with mental health issues. Find a few contacts in your local area for domestic violence services to see what other options you have available. Remember, you deserve to be treated with love and respect. Your obligation to her ended definitively with points 6 and 7. And I think you know it. And it will likely escalate if you don't end it and kick her out now. And quickly. You may need to get some muscle to help get her out of your home without hurting you, your mom, and your pets. It's that serious. And again, I think you know it. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and we will see you in the next video.